All right, good morning, guys. We're going to work on some mobility again today. A little bit more of rehab, as it is deload week, so it's going to be a nice session. So we're going to start with some internal rotation stretches, so you won't need any equipment for that. You will, however, need a foam roller, if you have access to one, and a band of any type. So ideally, it's a smaller, thinner band that's easier to stretch. Otherwise, anything you have at your disposal is fine. You can also use a t-shirt or something as well, will work just fine. But we are going to start on the floor, so feel free to have a mat if you need one. And we're going to lie on our side. So you're going to have this arm straight out in front of you, wrist in line with the shoulder, and you're pulling the shoulder back into the socket, and then you're going to bend the arm. So we're going to try and keep this shoulder flat on the floor, so as I try to bring that hand down to the ground, I don't let that shoulder come off. So I'm keeping it pulled in. So your exercise is going to be bringing that hand down to the floor as far as you can go. Might not go very far. So you're just taking it into a stretch, bringing it out of the stretch. You don't have to bring it all the way back up. And then you're going to go again. So we're going to do 10 of these on each side. This is 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. All right, we're going to change sides. So same thing, arm is in line with the shoulder, bending at the elbow, and pressing that hand down as far as you can. Keep the shoulder on the ground though. That's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. All right, we're going to go back to the first arm. I'm going to do this one more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more time, 10. All right, changing sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we are going to move on. I'm going to start with the band. So this next one, you're going to be lying on your back. You're going to have your hands by your waist. Now I'm only holding onto one strand of the band because it makes it a little bit easier for me to pull the band apart. Palms are going to face the ceiling. I'm going to try to protract. So I'm rounding my shoulders. I'm going to pull that band apart. And as I lift it up, I'm trying to reach it up to the ceiling. So I'm still protracting, keeping the band pulled apart. There is my water bottle. And you're trying to get your hand to the ground as best as you can, keeping your protraction and keeping that band pulled apart. And then you're going to come all the way back to that starting position. I'm going to do 10 of those. So the wider your hands are, the easier this is going to be. So you can scale that to however you want. But just try and keep that externally rotated rather than rolling in. Okay? So this is 1, pulling the band, going over, and coming back. And 2. 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Last one, 10. Okay. So this next one, you're going to be on your stomach. You're going to have your head neutral on the ground, so that means your forehead is going to be on the floor. Hopefully you can still hear me. But essentially you're going from this position with your tailbone tucked under, so they should be able to get a hand underneath your belly button as best as you can. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, trying to get the arms to straight, and then coming back to here, keeping this position, okay? Try not to kink the wrists at all. You want to keep a flat hand. When you get to this extension, arms are nice and locked out, and you're trying to lift them up to the ceiling. So we're not just going to here, we want to go to there, okay? So we're doing 10 of these. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay. Onto your back. We're doing 2 more sets. So remember pulling the band apart and coming overhead. 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. and 9. And last one, 10. Alrighty. Going back to our swimmers. So again, on your stomach. Tailbone tucked under, ribs in as best as you can. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And last one, 10. Okay. One more set. I feel like you need your mic back, Gary.
Yeah, I feel like that too. That should actually be fun. Yeah, so more sarcastic comment with that.
Okay. Last set. And 1. You do need your own camera too. 2. Oh God, don't tell that to anyone. Hay fever?
Yeah. Not sick or anything.
That's what they mean, don't people will be like, oh no, quarantine. This is 3. Oh, good morning, Sujin. 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8. Do you want to go? 9. And the last one, 10. Alrighty. You won't need your band anymore. We're going to finish off with that last exercise of swimmers. Point my disappointed face at me. I need a reason, Susan. I can't just do it willy-nilly. Last set, I'm probably disappointed because you're probably watching this with a cup of tea and not actually doing it. So there you go. Which is fine. No. Okay, last one. I told you. All right, I will suffer for you, Sujan. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Next to you, you're going to need a foam roller. And we're going to do some back extensions. We're also going to pair that with some rotation. So this one we are aiming to use our thoracic as best as we can. So it's up to you where you put the foam roller. It's really where you are at your most tightest. So around mid-back is usually the best spot. But you can go a little bit higher, you can go a little bit lower. Just make sure that we're not arching from our lower back, okay? Just from here. So I like to go legs straight. And we're trying to tuck our bum under as much as we can. Hands are going to go behind the ears. And then from there, you're going to try to arch back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Go as far as you can. And then you're coming back to your hollow position. We're going to do 10 of those. Ready. So I'm going to do 1. Try and get your head to the ground. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Elbows as well, opening up so we're not here. And then back to hollow. And 2. Either my eyesight's gone really bad, but I can't read any of those comments. And 3. And 4. Feel free to move the foam roller as well as we go along. So you go a little bit higher. And 5. 6. 7. What does a command mean? Maisie _H. MAISIE _H. Yeah. Oh, sorry, no caps, but yeah, same thing. And 2 more. I didn't realize you could do that.
What's that?
You just type in a word, and then it comes up with.
Yeah, so Twitch, you can have commands. So you put exclamation mark and then something, you can then set it to like links or certain descriptions or.
That's cool.
Lots of stuff.
So out of the loop with technology.
Well, that's niche to the streaming industry.
Yeah. And now it looks like I'm talking to myself. Gary is here.
Trying to broadcast my
I don't
voice.
think.
1, 2, 1, 2. You can kind of hear it.
Okay.
You can kind of see it on mine.
So the second one we're going to do is work on rotation. This probably will get through your hip flexors and your lower back predominantly, which is okay because we've just worked on your upper back. There are a few ways you can do this as well. You can either be very strict with it if you've got quite mobile limbs and back. So ideally, we want to keep both shoulders flat on the ground, lifting that leg up as high as we can, and then taking it over to the side, trying to touch the arm, so the hand or the elbow, keeping both shoulders flat, and then bringing that leg back to the starting position. You might not be able to get that, so you can do it this way. You can lift this shoulder off the ground as much as you need to get this foot to the ground or as close to your feet as possible. And then when you get here, You can hold on to the foot if you can reach it, and then try and press your shoulder down to the floor, and then come back out of it. Notice when I'm coming out of it, I'm still reaching up to the ceiling. Then I'm placing the knee to the floor, as opposed to just this, okay? We're gonna do 5 on each side, and then we're gonna go back to the foam roller. So these are nice exercises. So, bending the knee, lifting it up. I'm not using my other leg. I'm gonna take it over, tap, and then come back. 2. And back. 3. And 4. And 5. We're going to the other side. 1. 2. 3. 4.
1, 2.
And 5. All right. Back to your foam roller. Again, feel free to change where you've placed it. Bum is tucked. And arching back. And hollow. 2. 3. 4. 5. Hello, Matt. I assume that wasn't you. 6. 7. 8. 9. 'And last one, 10. Okay. Again, rolling onto your stomach. Hands up to the side. Bend the knee. Lift it up. This is 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. On the side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. All right, into set 3. So foam roller again. All right, bum tucks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Alrighty, back to the stomach for scorpion. And 1. Over. Try to keep pressing the opposite shoulder to the floor. 2. 3. 4. Last one. 5. All right, changing sides. 1. And 2. 3. 4. And last one, 5. Okay, I'm gonna do one more set of that before we move on. All right, and again, feel free to move the roller wherever you feel like you need it the most. It's not going to be the same for everyone. Just make sure that we're not using our lower back when we do it. So tailbone tucked and arching back. That's 1 and 2. Keep opening the elbows up to the floor. 3. And 4. Five. And 6. 7. 8. And 9. And last one, 10. Okay, we won't need our foam rollers after this one. They can go to the side. We're going to do one more set of scorpions. So both hands wide, bending the knee, lifting up, and coming over. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Hurt your lower back doing rows. Last one. 5. I feel like lower back is the worst thing to hurt. You always forget how much you use your lower back until you hurt it, and then you can't do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That sucks. Have you ever had that? Oh yeah. Side squatting to get things off the ground. Yeah, I find doing hip flexor stretches helps if you've got quite a bad lower back. Holding that for hours on end is always a relief. Have you ever done that? Like done your lower back in to the point where you're like...
I think I have. Maybe a little bit. Just general.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
All the time.
Yeah.
Would help.
I think when I did it, the only position that was a relief was literally this. And I remember teaching as well, and I was literally just like squatting. This is just, and then you start standing like that as well, because it's not fun. The last thing we're going to do, I don't know why I stood up. We're going to be here. Knees are about hip width apart. Again, use a mat if you need one. You have options as well for this one. So we're going to be extending back. It's going to be an easy variation of just going back into a back bend. This hand, making sounds like an old man. It's the way. You're going to try to put that hand on your heel. This will be the easiest one. And then try to reach this arm up over your head, pushing the hips forward so you've got max hip extension. And then we're going to try and release this hand to bring ourselves back up. So you're trying to not turn to the side to come back up. You're trying to keep your chest facing up and try to avoid pushing off the hand. So obviously you're going to do that as best as you can. If you can't, just take the hand away and lift yourself up. You can use that hand to assist you. Alternatively, if we can, we want to get that hand in between our feet, reaching back like that, and then pulling back up. So it's just going to make you bend a little bit more. When you do bend, I want you to try to focus on using your thoracic as much as you can, so you're opening your chest up, rather than hinging from your lower back. You can also, I've just pulled my mic out. You can also use your hip flexors by pushing your hips forward. Will also give you a little bit more extension in that position. So we're just going to do 3 on each side. We're going to alternate, and then we're going to hold a plank for a very long time because it feels nice. So I'm going to start with my left hand first. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to try to push my hips forward as I go back, and then take that hand over my head, and then pull myself back up. Okay? And going to the other side, so you have to rotate as well. Going over and back, and 3, 4, 5, and the last one, 6. Okay, so forward fold. You can do any variation you like. You can either do it in a pike, you can do it in a straddle, you can even do it standing up, to whatever feels good for you. We're just going to hold for 45 seconds or so before we get into our second set. So mainly focusing on stretching your lower back. So if we don't have that hamstring mobility, you can bring your roller in and literally fold forward like that. Is also an option. Okay. So back to our exercise. So try to keep the knees hip width apart. Obviously, the further they are, the easier it's going to be. So we're going to take this hand, place it on the ground. There's 1. What did we do? What did you do, Go?
Not too much. Not too much myself. No, no.
We didn't have a long weekend.
Last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was last week. That's 2. I love that the Queen has like 10 birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
This is 3. 4. 'I think I counted wrong. We have 2 more. It's just saying numbers at this point. And 1 more on the other side. Okay, and back to your pike. Did you sleep in the mountains, or was it like a full-on 24-hour hike? As long as we get the days off. We don't really get the days off though. Did you work on Monday last week?
No.
Oh, okay. I see.
So with this job, we don't count public holidays too much anyways.
I guess because if you've got an event on, you're still going to do it, right?
Yeah. Some people take advantage of like the Sunday
Yeah.
or the Monday. So they have like their wedding on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Count Maisie and go, wow.
I just couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't do nature. I love nature. I appreciate nature. But I can't sleep in a tent.
I'm kind of the same.
Yeah, and I love hiking, but also I like to go home and have a shower. That's just me.
Have you tried it?
No, and I've always been interested to do the Cape to Cape. down south. Because I've done like a little bit of it, like something you can do in a day, but never like a full on. For that exact reason. No showers are worse. See? You can swim to get a refresher. It's so cold. All right, we're gonna do one more of these. Yeah. All right. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And last one. 6. All right, we're going to finish off with our pike, and then we are done. So again, forward folding. More worried about stretching your back than your legs at this point. So do what you need to do. It's weird not having Dexter here. All right. You guys are finished. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. It wasn't very strenuous, but it was just kind of a nice stretch to wake you up in the morning, especially if you are quite sore. Yeah, I will see you next Tuesday. Gary is coming in. I'll come closer so you can hear.
Oh yeah, that's like creepy walking. Wait, who Christy something like the stream. All right, yeah. Thank you, everyone. We'll be here. Oh, thank you. We'll be here on Thursday with Corey. He should be in.
If Corey wakes up.
If he wakes up and actually gets in, we do apologise if you have him waiting for that. But yeah, we might have to just message him nice and early to make sure he's actually up.
Wake up call.
Yeah, usually it's my job to be lazy. So it's quite funny. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Walken, for dropping in again. Now that sounds amazing. Like, although, yeah, I'm not too sure if I could do it. Maybe.
I appreciate people who can do it.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to give it a go because I haven't actually really done it. So, yeah.
Bucket list. Thanks, Christy.
Yeah, bucket list thing. Yeah, will be pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, thank you, everyone.
Okay.
And we'll catch you on Thursday.
See you later.
See you Maisie next week.